things necessary to maintain fire?
Oh, the three things are fuel, oxygen, and heat. So, let's take an example. This is a match. Fire is the result of combustion, a rapid reaction between oxygen and fuel. Oxygen is in the air around us. Fuel is a natural. Now, to form a fire, you need heat. If you strike this here, you get fire.
Okay, so why should we know about the causes of fire and how to prevent it?
Oh, you need to know about fire because you need to prevent it in the first place. And if there is fire, you need to know how to protect yourself and others. That's why.
Okay, but Kev, what are the things that we can do in order to prevent a fire?
Well, first of all, you can put smoke detectors on the ceiling. And you can put all flammable things away from a heat source like stoves, basically campfire or anything.
Okay, thank you. But what if you do get in a fire?
Well, you can put out a small fire by using a fire extinguisher. Or if you don't have one, you can use sand or baking soda and basically throw it on top of fire. This gets rid of the oxygen, so fire gets put out. But if the fire is larger, then you should just get out and call the fire department.
What things help affect the rate of chemical reactions?
There are 5 things which help affect the rate of chemical reactions. One is surface area. Surface area is important in affecting the rate of chemical reactions. For example, burning a block of wood is slower than burning the same amount of wood broken into pieces. Temperature is also important because it helps particles come in contact more often. Increasing concentration, the amount of substance in a given volume, also helps. Catalysts, which lower the amount of energy needed to cause chemical reactions, and inhibitors, which decrease the rate of reaction, affect the rate of chemical reactions too.
How is activation energy related to chemical reactions?
Activation energy is energy needed to start a chemical reaction. For example, if you want to start a campfire, you have wood and air, right, to start a fire. The activation energy needed in this is a spark or a heat source. The heat in this is activation energy. Thank you.
We're here with Odo. Odo, what information does a chemical equation contain?
Chemical equations use chemical formulas and other symbols instead of words to summarize a reaction.
Okay, thanks. Okay, Odo, how can matter and changes in matter be described?
Matter can be described in terms of 2 kinds of properties: physical property and chemical property. Changes in matter can be described in terms of physical change and chemical change.
Okay, Odo, what is a physical change?
Physical change is any change that alters the form or appearance of a substance but that does not make the substance into a substance. Like you get this marker and you cut it in half.
So then, what's a chemical change?
It's a change in matter that produces one or more new substances. Yes. Like those that are marshmallow, you can see it changes in appearance.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, Frank, what does the principle of conservation of mass state?
Well, the principle of conservation of mass states that the reactants must equal the number of products. So, to explain this, I'm gonna make a drawing. Let's say you have a cake. For a party of 10 people. So, you cut the cake in 10 pieces. 10. You cut the cake in 10 pieces. So, you only have 10 pieces for each. The mass of the cake didn't go. You just cut the pieces of the cake, but the mass is equal in the total cake than in the parts cut.
Thank you, Franco. Okay, Franco, what are the 3 categories of chemical reactions?
Okay, so Kevin, the 3 categories of chemical reactions are decomposition, synthesis, and replacement.
What must a balanced chemical equation show? A balanced equation must show the same number of each type of atoms on both sides of the equation. That means, like, if I have this 2 shoes, I have the same shoe here and the same shoe here. So they're balanced. But if I put an extra thing in the shoe, they won't be balanced. Understand?
Okay, Franco, what are the 3 categories of chemical reactions?
Okay, so Kevin, the 3 categories of chemical reactions are decomposition, synthesis, and replacement.